Hi Internet, this is my last video of the year and no one asked, but in today's video I want to give you a breakdown of how much money I made throughout the year of 2021. I'm going to take everything I earned from sponsorships, ad revenue, affiliates, and everything in between, and I'm going to give you a breakdown and show you the grand total number. Full disclosure, I did not make this video to show off how much money I'm making. I made this video to inspire and encourage you throughout those days where you just don't want to do anything. There are some days where I just want to stay in bed and just cuddle with my dog Rito and do nothing. But I watch these breakdown videos from other creators to inspire me. I would watch guys like Graham Stephan and Meet Kevin to see how unrelatable we've all become. Seriously, I would watch Graham Stephan about how he was making $50,000 a month, and I was like, dude, that's amazing. I want to be just like you. And then one day he got to $100,000 a month, and I was like, that's so cool, it's inspiring. And then Kevin released a video about how he was making $1 million a month, and I was like, nah man, you lost me there. That number is just too big for my little brain to comprehend. There's a point at which someone's income becomes so big that it becomes unrelatable because it is seemingly out of reach from our own journey just because of how far away it is. So throughout this video, I want to keep that in perspective and always reference where I started 3 years ago, because none of what you're about to see in this video happens overnight. This starts with a small idea and a courageous step forward that accumulates over the many years of you staying consistent, staying positive, working smart, sometimes not sleeping, and copious amounts of luck on your side, because luck definitely plays a role in all of this, and I'm gonna show you exactly how. So hopefully this transparency inspires and encourages you, and more importantly, as we start this new year, I wish you all the luck, all the success, and all the health in the world, so let's get right into it. Hi, my name is Andrei Jikh. Hope you're doing well. Come for the finance and stay for the income breakdown. So last year I made a grand total of $1,739,000, which is an insane amount of money. And this year I thought to myself, there is no way that I would make more money than that, because everyone was stuck at home, and so everyone was forced to watch YouTube videos. So of course, content creators were making a lot of money. And I thought to myself, there's no way that that would repeat again this year. But something else extraordinary happened in 2021, and that was the birth of a new asset class, and that was crypto. Now, crypto is not a new asset class, but this year we had a massive influx of new investors. And lucky for me, I bought at the end of 2020 $100,000 of crypto. 75,000 of Bitcoin and 25,000 in Ethereum. And that investment blew up and it got a lot of press coverage. It even got covered by billionaire Tyler Winklevoss when he tweeted that a huge YouTube channel in finance started to buy in Bitcoin. It was a crazy time. I even got noticed by Logan Paul. I was invited to his YouTube channel. We talked about Dyson spheres and type 1, type 2, type 3 civilizations. It was crazy, and by no design of my own, I became a non-crypto crypto channel, which was one of the best things that could have happened to me that I just can't rely on happening for me again next year. And that's part of the luck factor I talked about, which is beyond my control. So now let me share with you a point-by-point breakdown of how much money I made in 2021. The first income stream is through sponsorships, and sponsorships are one of the best ways for creators to talk about their favorite brands and companies, and usually it's a 1 minute long segment with certain talking points that the company wants you to hit, and then you have to take that script and send it into the company and have it pre-approved before posting. Now you also have to disclose to the public that you were paid because it is the law. What I've discovered is that as soon as your channel hits about 100,000 subscribers, you get flooded with invites and offers, kind of like once your credit score hits a certain threshold. What I've also discovered is that the smaller a company is, the more they typically pay. For example, if it's some sketchy fly-by-night crypto project, they'll be like, hello my friend, I want to promote our Bitcoin project. You get million, I get million, people get rug pulled. And what I've discovered is that the larger a company is, the less they obviously pay you, which makes perfect sense. Now in 2019, I've made $0. In 2020, I made $0. And in 2021, I actually did a few sponsorships. I did Google Pay, Public, SoFi, and Omaze. Those are all incredible brands, and I can't tell you how much each one paid me, but I can tell you that the grand total was $187,525. They did not all pay me equally, so don't try to take this number and divide it by 4 because it was not all the same amounts of money. Now, pro tip, if you have the option to do this, never negotiate anything yourself. Always have someone else do it for you, and if you don't, just assume a fake identity if you have to. Hi, this is Andrei's manager speaking. How much does he want? He wants lots of money. You sound like Andrei. What do you mean? This isn't Andrei. Now, lucky for me, I actually do have an agency that negotiates all of this stuff on my behalf, and they also take 20% off of every deal they bring. So my take-home pay was actually closer to $150,000, which is still a lot of money, and it's still incredibly worth it. Also, pro tip, if you can, structure a long-term deal with a company because it's better for the creator and for the company because you have more videos to promote that product, because you never know as a creator which one of your videos is gonna do incredibly well and which ones won't. So the goal for me next year is to have a long-term sponsorship, which I still don't have. The second income stream is extremely reliable. It's something I created at the end of 2019, and that of course is Patreon, which a lot of people confuse with a donation service where you just get money for free, but that's not how it works. Creators will give patrons early access to their videos, personalized messages, and/or pictures of their feet. I'm just kidding, that's OnlyFans. Coming soon. Can you imagine? I tried selling my feet pictures for a month and here's how much I made. There's a video idea right there. No, for me personally, I made $214,474 in 2021, which is a lot of feet pictures. So what I do is I basically give access to a spreadsheet where you can track your dividend income. It tells you when your stocks are gonna pay you. It gives you a sector diversification breakdown, which means it tells you if you've invested too little or too much in a particular sector, and it tracks your dividend income. Now, I also used to share what stocks I was buying, but because I switched to investing in index funds, I'm only buying literally one stock every day, so I don't update people every single day because that wouldn't make sense, but I still use it to track my dividend income. Patreon is a wonderful way for creators to make money. The next sources of income are smaller chunks, which I'll refer to as miscellaneous income, like my 0 to $1 million video series where I teach people how I went from $0 to $1 million in a relatively short amount of time. And this one took me 3 months to film, cost me $10,000 to make, and I never promote or talk about it unless it's in a video like this where I'm giving you an income breakdown. And in retrospect, if I could go back and do it again, I probably wouldn't, just because of how long it took me to make, and it was not a good use of my time, with one exception. I did get to make a lot of new friends. There's some YouTube creators in that program, and I even got to make a friend who's an attorney who helped me trademark my name, so in that regard, it was worth it. But altogether, I made $108,247, but in retrospect, I probably should have made an investing course. I just don't want to be that guru who drives around in a Lambo. Yet. Maybe when I have a midlife crisis, which is due any day now. So everything I'm learning through investing, I share with you on my YouTube channel. All that I ask is that you smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. But speaking of investing, my dividend stock portfolio is slowly but surely growing. And so far I have made $9,813 this year, which is super nice. That's close to $10,000. The goal is to get to $12,000 because that's an average of $1,000 a month, which is a really nice free paycheck every month, which brings the entire grand total to $482,534, which is amazing. Now let me share with you my 2 biggest sources of income. The next source of income is ad revenue, which is honestly probably the least reliable source of income just because we have no idea day to day if the YouTube algorithm gods bless our videos and they choose to promote them or if they choose to ignore them. Now, we do get to pick where we place the ads in our videos, but we don't get to pick what the ads shown to you are because they're chosen at random, kind of like playing cards. Pick a card, any card, except for that card. Don't ever pick that card. Now, before I share with you my total YouTube ad revenue for 2021, just keep in perspective the fact that in 2019 when I started, I was completely jobless, other than focusing on YouTube. I was working 6 days a week, sleeping for like 5 of those days. I was working 12-hour days, and in a month, I worked about 288 hours and I made roughly $1,000, which works out to about $3.47 an hour, which is below the rate of poverty. It's below minimum wage, and it was a really tough time, which is why you kind of have to be insane to do YouTube before you see traction, because you have to get over that hump before you see any results. But I didn't really have any bills, which helped because I didn't own a car, I didn't own a house, and for the rent, I used to have AirBnB, which was enough to pay the bills, and I was only spending about $150 a month on food, so I will say that I didn't have money, but what I did have was a particular set of skills. The skills to pay the bills, because I didn't really have any. But this year a lot has changed, so let me show you my YouTube dashboard because my daily income in December at least fluctuates between a low of $1,500 to a high of somewhere around $5,000 if it's a good day, if there's a specific video of mine that did particularly well. And most of those spikes are somewhat crypto related. Surprise, surprise. My number one is the best metaverse investment video, followed by market crash and how to prepare, the great reset, the everything bubble, and interestingly, the identity of Satoshi Nakamoto. So crypto videos tend to do well because a lot of people are looking for those videos. Now, I don't create the trends, I just try to follow them. But lucky for me, my videos don't have to have a lot of views in order to make a lot of ad revenue just because I'm in the personal finance space where the YouTube ad rates are some of the highest that I've ever seen in the industry, just because banks and credit card companies will pay a lot of money to hold your attention. So let me show you a month-to-month breakdown of my YouTube ad revenue. So in January, I made $104,000, and that's a huge number. That's a really strong start to the year because anytime I can crack 6 figures in a single month is a really good month for me. So February, another huge month, $170,000, which is insane. Let's just pause to think about that because what happened here was crypto. If you remember, Bitcoin went up like crazy and this lasted for a few months, and that's actually reflected in my income because March, another strong month, $104,000. Next month in April, guess how much? $104,000. This is crazy. I love that number. 104 corresponds to my birthday, January 4th. And in May, another big boost, $125,000. Now, after this point, it starts to slow down, and keep in mind, these are still ridiculous numbers, so I can't be like, nah, this dipped below 100,000. This is still a ridiculous amount of money. By June, $75,000. July went lower to $62,000. And the reason is because what happened to Bitcoin in July? It dipped below $30,000. So my channel is making less money. I'm gonna show you some crazy data, so please stick around. But so anyway, this kept going lower. The August dip went down to $56,000, followed by September, which I think was the lowest income in ad revenue, which touched $51,000. I'm slightly rounding up here, but traditionally on YouTube, it's the last 3 months of the year, the last quarter, when ad revenue rates hit a peak. So you can see this because in October, my income jumped like crazy to $157,000. It was one of the highest months, which is really nice. Then in November, we got to $82,000, and then the last month here in December, I'm gonna make something around $70,000. Now, the grand total for the entire year is $1,164,236. Now, check out this data. This is gonna blow your mind. Just for fun, I put in all of my monthly incomes inside of my dividend tracking portfolio, and I generated a line graph for all the income, and this is what I got. I then took this line graph and I dropped it inside of Photoshop and I overlaid Bitcoin's price chart on top of that. And this is the result I got. So the green line represents Bitcoin's price and the blue line represents my income. Now, I'm not saying those are identical, but that is almost a one-to-one correlation. And why is that? It's because I got tired of waiting for Bitcoin's spot ETF, so you could just buy my channel instead and you can basically track Bitcoin. Now, it's not because I'm making crypto videos, it's because this year we had a huge influx of new investors who wanted to learn about Bitcoin. So anytime people went on YouTube and typed up how to buy Bitcoin, my YouTube channel tended to trend strongly for that topic. And so people watched my videos, they signed up through my links, and so that was directly correlated to the amount of views I got, and therefore my income closely tracked what people were searching for. So anyway, that's why that is, and now let me share with you the number one source of income for me, which is affiliate revenue. Affiliate revenue is anytime I say something like, go get up to $250 worth of free Bitcoin with this BlockFi link right here, blockfi.com/Andrei, and go get up to 5 free stocks with Webull when you deposit $100. Those are affiliates, which I ever so smoothly through in this video. Now, my biggest affiliate sources come from Gemini, Coinbase, BlockFi, Robinhood, M1 Finance, and Webull. And I can't tell you specifically how much I made from each, but I can give you the grand total, which is insane because it is more money than I've made in my entire last year. The The grand total is $1,747,145, which is, again, just unbelievably crazy. Now, I don't know, unfortunately, month to month how much money I'm going to make from these sources because it is highly dependent on the amount of views I get. But those views are dependent on what the market is doing. So if the market is going up, then we're making more money because we're getting more views. We are cyclical in nature because we follow the financial markets, which is outside of our control, which is largely, again, due to luck. So if investors are making a lot of money, we're making a lot of money. If investors are losing a lot of money because the market's crashing, we're also making a lot of money. But if investments are doing what they're supposed to do on average, then finance YouTubers are not making any money because times are boring and no one pays attention. So that is both good and bad. So to quote Warren Buffett, sometimes may be good, sometimes may be So that's the affiliate revenue, bringing up the grand total to $3,393,000, which is an insane amount of money considering that I'm not even taking into account the income or the price appreciation of my assets, like my stock portfolio, my crypto portfolio, which went up from $100-something thousand to 1.2 million at the peak. It doesn't take into account the home price after the remodel. It doesn't take into account all the NFTs I bought, which have quadrupled in value from the VV app. So altogether, if I was to include the investment portion of my net worth, that would be valued between $1 to $1.5 million conservatively, which puts the actual grand total of how much my net worth increased this year to between $4.4 to $5 million, which doesn't even sound real. It's insane. We were extremely lucky this year because you have to remember some of the top Google searches this year included searches like GameStop, AMC, Dogecoin, stimulus checks, and I was lucky enough to be at the right place at the right time to be at the forefront of some of those searches, which again is beyond my control, and that's a big part of that luck I talked about. If I could go back just 3 years ago and show myself this video, I probably would have fainted. How much money did you make? Now I realize that there are a lot of content creators on YouTube that make a lot more money than me, but I have virtually no expenses because I do everything myself, from researching, scripting, filming, editing the videos, responding to all the comments, and in some ways it's very rewarding, but in other ways it can be lonely because I don't have anyone to collaborate with, and I would love to hire somebody who is passionate, who's creative, who loves to learn about finance, who loves and can shoot and edit videos. So if you're that person who is living in Vegas or who's willing to relocate, then maybe send me a video, send me an email, clickbait me if you can, make it interesting, treat it like a YouTube video submission, and I'll do my best to take a look and maybe we can work together. Love you, thank you so much for watching. Quickly, this is my last card trick of the year. Think of a card, quick, got one? Bam, Ace of Spades? No? It's because you thought of the wrong card. I'm just kidding. Love you, thank you so much for watching. I will see you back here on Monday and Friday, sometimes on Wednesday. Enjoy the rest of your year. Looking forward to seeing you next year. I'll see you soon, bye-bye.